Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. There's Kathy's website and how to spell Kathy's name if you would like to know that. Supportive Oracle cards. Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Websites are torihartman.com, watkinspublishing.co.uk, or watkinspublishing.com. If you freeze frame here, you can utilize that information as you wish, of course. Okay, what do we have for Gemini? What do you want to go on here? There's cards popping out all over the place. It's a lot of okay. What? Okay. What is going on? You're confused about something. Is confused the right word? Because I feel like I'm looking at how the situation is playing out. And something's going a little bit random here. But this person that I'm seeing is like, that's not how they usually handle things. Things being random, this person allowing the random energy, it's not normal for them to be okay with that. And there's this weird kind of like, they're just kind of going along with it. And you're like, what? Like, that's not normal for them. And you're kind of trying to figure out, like, why are they allowing that? Like, what's going on? It's posing a lot of questions in your head. Like, why are they allowing that? They're not telling you. They don't seem to want to deal with it. This situation does not work for them. I almost feel like this might be the last straw for them. Because when I'm seeing complacency and trickery on their side, they're not really trying to mess with anybody. But they're deciding for themselves they're not playing this game anymore. They've decided the situation is what the situation is, and they're not going to be sucked into it. The trickery is kind of like, you know, they're acting like they're okay with something that they're really not. They're not like playing games in the sense of like, you know, trying to set anybody up. But they're just getting along with people, but they're getting ready to leave is what I'm getting. Because when you're looking at this, you're kind of like, I'm not comfortable with this. Why are they allowing this? I don't get it. Because they're done. It's the trickery is like seeming like they're making things seem like, oh, it's fine, I don't care, it's all right, and they kind of do and they kind of don't. It's sort of true. They don't care because they're done. They're just kind of like, this doesn't get any better. Complacency's here, like, I don't think this is going to get any better than it is. I'm fed up with it. I'm going to just get along with people. I'm going to let them think it's okay with the trickery, but the trickery is not like they're setting somebody up. They're done, and they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to dicker with it. I'll let you all think it's fine, but the reason I'm going to let you think that is because I'm heading out. I'm finished. It was the last straw. It was the last straw. It was. Like, I don't think this is the first time this has happened where things have gone flunky, but this last time, they were just like, all right, fine. If that's how it is, that's how it is. Because they made their decision. I'm done. Finished. I'm seeing these two cards as your challenge cards, and it's pulling me towards them. Eight of Cups and the Gratitude. Things are going to change because of this. There's going to be a lot of change that's going to happen. I feel like what they're warning you about here is that when this person walks away, for the situation you're currently, because I feel like you're still in this situation, you're going to have to do a lot of restructuring. You're going to have to do a lot of restructuring, or you're going to have to at least give the right people that information, like, since so-and-so left, that leaves a big opening, a big hole here. If we're going to keep this in a successful pattern or a successful way of doing things, we're going to have to restructure it, or else we're going to have big problems. Because if we just have that big hole there, I don't think anybody's going to be able to fill it. I think we're going to have to literally restructure who does what and when things get done and how they get done. I feel like you also want to talk very positively about the person who left. Because I literally, when I'm getting their leaving, I get the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Like, they're not making a big deal about anything. I don't think they're just going to be gone in 5 seconds, but I do feel like they're pulling back their energy. They're not policing the situation anymore. They've just literally given up. They're kind of like, I'm done. I don't see the point. I'm just not going to beat my head into the wall about it again anymore. I'm sick of, going after people like they're children. They want to fail, let them fail. I'm going on to something else. They are fed up. They're done. They are done. And I feel like there's no way around it. Like, on your side, you're watching this happen, the Death card. The ending is happening. A whole new phase is going to come in because of this. It does make things a little bit more complicated for you. My first instinct when I said that, when it makes things more complicated, because I saw this. Five of Cups with the passion. But I'm also seeing this. The King of Swords with the impartiality. All this is coming in for you all at once. I don't think you like the unpredictability of this. Because it's like, this could go really bad. This could go bad in the sense of, like, you could end up doing a lot more work than you want to do. You could end up getting a lot more dumped on you, that you end up with much more responsibility than you're really interested in. You just don't really want it. So you have to, like, look at this like, wait a minute. This really bothers me. The passion card doesn't have to be a positive thing. It can go either way. It's kind of like, I either have to step in and try to get more control to help this work out, or I might be the one who ends up doing all this extra work, and that's not really fair either. It feels like either way, I don't want all that responsibility. I don't want to be that deeply connected to this. Whatever the situation is, I don't feel like you really want to be that deeply connected. So you have to, like, kind of look through this really quick yourself. The situation's going to go through a rough period because this person's leaving. Because I feel like they're a very important part that's leaving. I feel like they're very important. And you have to ask yourself, do I want to stick through this and get to the other side? Is this worth it for me? Do I want to go through this? Or is it time for me to, like, well, they left, maybe it's time for me to leave too. I can either stick through this, work through this, and help people restructure it, and end up probably doing a lot more than I really want to. But is it worth it? When I get to the other side, do I see that being worth it for me? Or am I kind of like, you know what, I don't think I want this. I don't think this should be my responsibility. Maybe it's time for me to cut out and find something else too. You have to make that decision for yourself, obviously. The lack of a decision causes big problems. What I'm getting for you is these three cards. They fell out upside down when I was shuffling. Magician upside down, Two of Pentacles upside down, and the Wheel upside down. You have to choose. Stay or go, and you have to then pursue it. If you want to go, pursue it. Choose it and pursue it. If you want to stay, choose it and make this work out. If you just kind of float here just to see what happens next, let me see what happens next, I'll make my decision. That happened? Well, let me see what happens next. Let me see. Well, okay, I see that. Let me see what happens next. Let me see. If you do it that method, you're going to have the lack of decision happening. That's the Two of Pentacles reversed. It's kind of like other people making decisions for you. Just kind of like, it's kind of like not deciding is a decision. Like, not choosing is still choosing. Like, if somebody says, do you want to stay home or do you want to go with me? And you're just like, I'm not going to choose, which you kind of default to staying home it's still a choice. You're still choosing to stay home, even though you're not actively choosing it, you're passively choosing it, if you follow me. So it's kind of like the Two of Pentacles is saying if you're passively choosing something, you're going to fail. Because the wheel goes against you, it gets a lot worse if you passively choose. And then I just feel like the Magician reverse too, all three of these reverse feel very bad to me. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm playing cleanup. I feel like I'm picking things up. If I don't actively choose, I feel like I have to do things to fix things. I keep getting responsibilities thrown at me that I have to keep fixing, but it's not responsibilities I chose, it's responsibilities that chose me. I don't like it. If you actively choose, that's turning this whole thing right side up. That's you choosing a path. Whichever you choose, stay or go, whichever you choose, if you actively choose it and pursue it, wheel goes in your fortune, and then you have to actively keep pursuing it. I want to stay, I want this to work out. Okay, this has to be fixed, let me work with this person. This has to be fixed, let me work with this person. It's going to be a lot of work, but this is what's going to actually make this go in your favor. If you choose that, you can be great. Same thing. You choose like, all right, I'm not about all this work. I'm not about fixing all this. This is a mess. I don't think this is for me. I'm going to actively choose to leave. So what you do is you start looking for jobs, you interview for jobs, you keep going until you get one. Once you got one and you're, putting in your 2 weeks notice or whatever, okay, cool. Move forward. That's your active choice. And obviously the job thing is an analogy. However this connects to your life, you decide how that fits. You just you got the star card saying you've got to choose. If you go passive, it's going to rule you. If you go active, you'll rule it. Very important. It's very important because I feel like whatever the next stage is, you've got this window of opportunity to move on or stick. And once you choose, I get like a lot of earth energy coming in. I got the Hierophant, I got the King of Pentacles. I do have the Empress, which I don't know, I feel like she's more fire, but I could be wrong. Only because the Emperor is Aries, which is fire, so I'm thinking Empress, Aries, all that stuff. I'm thinking that's kind of similar to me, the way I look at it. It's a very caring energy, a very active energy, but the situation's going to go forward. It's going to take up a lot of time. Whichever way you choose, like there's a window of opportunity. Once things start moving forward, I feel like then you're kind of locked into whatever you're doing. Even if you choose to stay and later you're like, well, I'd rather go, and you start looking elsewhere later, I don't feel like it goes as smoothly. I feel like it becomes more of a challenge to find something else to go to. So you could choose later, technically, to go later if you want to try to. It just seems less likely that it's going to go to your favor. Are we good? I think we're good. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.